I'm here with Danillo Randjic. I think I might have got his name wrong, but what was right was the film showing. It was a really great film. We saw Imminent Domain tonight, which is relevant in so many communities in the United States. It's particularly about New York, but it certainly speaks to what's going on in Pawtucket and things to avoid, things to think about. How did you like being in Pawtucket at the film festival?
I loved it. It was great. So much hospitality. I stayed at your house. It was wonderful. That's the great thing about small towns, for all the great stuff about New York, you don't get the kind of intimate, one-on-one connection with people that you get in towns like Pawtucket, and I really enjoyed myself. I loved being here.
You know what I liked about your film is about real people, and that's, Jim McKay has a different approach to that, but on some base level, it's about real people. I don't think the moments you chose, it seemed like really people as they are.
Yeah, that's the hope, It's true when they say that truth can be stranger than fiction sometimes, and if you just showing what's there is almost more compelling than anything you could come up with on your own, and that's kind of why I even started with documentary in the first place. I was just so intrigued by people's stories and the way they relate to their environment and their world that it seemed like, what else was I going to do but capture what's already there? There's so much going on. My hope is not to villainize or glorify anyone. I don't want anyone to come out thinking that one person's a bad guy and one's a good guy. Everybody has different motivations for what they do, and in this issue, which is so complex to begin with, it's really hard to say where the right thing starts and the wrong thing starts. It's just a matter of circumstance in a way, and I like to give every one of my characters the chance to speak for themselves, That's really important to me, for them to be able to represent themselves in their own words without me being too subjective about them. Although, in my film, I accept that I am subjective, because I find that in documentary too often documentarians think that we're showing something as it is, real, objective reality, when in fact we're inputting our own biases on everything we do, and that's one of the main reasons I included myself in the film. I like to have moments of more editing and moments where we just let someone talk and just hear their thoughts out there, without me editing it up and making because the funny thing with documentary is you can end up making your subjects say whatever you want them to say a lot of the time if you cut it up just right. So a big part for me is to just let them be and let them speak for themselves, and that's a really important part for me, definitely, and I like to have these kind of moments of highs and extreme cutting and quick pace, and then moments where we calm down and examine something on a more basic level, like the ending of the film or the beginning of the Williamsburg portion after the very hectic portion of the Tompkins Square Park riot,
I thought you did a good job also using footage you used and footage you got and put it together that's not always good stylistically. It's tough. I don't know if you had trouble with that, but it came together well.
Well, definitely. I think it's funny. This movie definitely could have been made in a way 15 years ago, because so much of my sources were internet-based. A lot of the clips I got were off the internet. I captured it straight off the computer screen and then put it in the film, and it gives it this kind of grainy, crappy quality that I kind of like, because it's really a film of today. It's something where the access to all this information and video and all this past stuff is open, more open than it ever was.